So as Fred mentioned, I mostly worked with John through the fair with working on the grounds. Naturally, John's the electrician for the fair, but as you start to work with him on the fair, you realize he very quickly goes beyond just the role of electrician and into the role of a committed volunteer in the community who's going to do absolutely everything that he can to make the fair work. John will show up on the nick of a dime. Whether it's 1:30 in the afternoon, 2 a.m. at night, I'm sure he'd show up. And not only he shows up, but then when they give their really weird requests or how to hook them up, they need adapters, John would easily go out and make that happen. So as opposed to, he could have just come and told us no only these times. So he's always had that commitment to go out and find it. John's traveled pretty far to go find us those adapters. He's shown up at odd times of the day, even though, as we all know, he's a busy man. As John showed up to us, he said, not only am I going to find the lighting, I'm going to help get it there. I'm going to help you guys get it. So over the last few years, just between his generosity, leadership's the big piece, coordinating everything, helping us get grant work, the fairgrounds have now been able to have a whole new lighting system that's working great. It's saving the fair board a lot of money, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. I could go on forever about different examples where he stepped up, where John just shows up and does what he needs to do. And again, it's not on the professional side, more just as a citizen.
John has also proven to give back by volunteering his time when asked by various organizations. John already has the experience, tenure as a councillor for North Dundas since December 2006. Not only have I had the pleasure of knowing John for this length of time, but also his dear partner, Christina. Well, just remember when you vote, put a mark next to John Thompson's name, and you will be right. Elect John Thompson.
I'm telling you right off the bat, North Dundas is weaker if we have a council without John Thompson. It's a very simple statement, but it encompasses every corner of our township. John has proven to me, from the quiet man that came to that table and to everybody else, he's prepared, he's well read, he's thoughtful, as everyone else has said, Dan and Ruth have said, he's honest to a fault, and he's a major contributor. Just because our side of the table may have one sort of yappy guy and a little more quiet guy, that quiet guy is as important or more important than anybody else at the table. When it's his turn to speak, you realize just how foolish you may have felt for the last 10 minutes when you were trying to make your point. John's respect grows every single time he opens his mouth. He's sat in the middle of heated debates, cool as a cucumber, stays on point, thinks of the best for all of North Dundas, sticks with his points. If you find a way when you discuss and take the measure of a man that he feels that you've made a good point, he doesn't have any problem saying that's good. I think we should maybe go that way. It's the same as he doesn't have a problem saying, I like what you're saying, but I think we could also add to this. Much like Dan's saying about the lights. I can get the lights, but I can also make it a little easier if we go this way. That's the sort of innate knowledge that John Thompson brings. John Thompson has everything that the community of North Dundas needs, and if John Thompson is not elected, I will reiterate, we are weaker for it. So on October 22nd, please elect John Thompson for council.
He's been married to his wife Chrissy for over 32 years. He has two lovely children, Aaron and Jake, who are with us tonight. He's been involved in the family electrical business for 35 years, originally with his father Eric, and later taking over the reins 9 years ago. He has been a North Dundas councillor for the past 3 terms since December 2006. He has been a member of the then Chesterville and now Dundas Volunteer Fire Department for the past 28 years. Many years as captain and stepping down as captain so that he can concentrate on his work with the township. North Dundas Council representative for emergency management for the past 8 years. Involved in North Dundas Community Improvement Plan for the past 5 years, of which the last 2 he's been the council representative. Involved in both art on the waterfront and North Dundas Historical Society, where he represented North Dundas Council. Many years as a member of the Chesterville Recreation Association and the facility development team that saw the creation of the new soccer and baseball facilities. So on and on and on and on. As you can see, John is a man who believes in getting involved in his community, and he values the importance of being an integral part of the quality of life that we enjoy within this township. He doesn't spend too much time worrying about being flashy in the spotlight. I know how hard Chrissy worked to get a tie on him.
Good job, Chrissy.
But at the end of the day, it's what's inside a man that counts, and not on the outside. And those who know John know exactly what I speak about. I've known him for over 25 years, and I found him to be a person of integrity, whose kindness and genuine interest in people is authentic and real. When you shake John's hand, it means something. And you know he is one who will keep his word, not one to make promises simply for the case of making promises. He will not commit simply for the case of committing. Now, John, before your head gets too big, I think we're going to bring you up. Ladies and gentlemen, Councillor John Thompson for the next 4 years.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's a great turnout. And I'd like to thank the speakers, Dan, Ruth, and Al. It's great to hear. Kind of think a little more of myself now. But it's great to have everyone out, and thanks for coming forward and speaking on my behalf. And I'd also like to thank our MC, Fred Bortolucci, and my wife Chrissy for the work they put into tonight's event. And I'd like to thank Dan and the staff at McCluskey's. The great event, the location here, it's great, and the food they prepared. I hope everyone has had a snack or makes their way over. I'd like to thank us for that. And then for the band, I'd like to thank Jeff and his crew for the music we've been enjoying tonight. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my campaign crew for being here tonight and for the work I'm going to be getting out of them in the next likely 5-6 weekends. So looking forward to getting together with everyone and getting it done. One of the thoughts that has come to me as I'm preparing to do my campaign comes from reflection of my experiences on council for the past 11 years. As excited as I was in my first campaign, I'm equally and more so excited this time around, seeing and appreciating all the work that the North Dundas Council has done and understanding from first-hand experiences the ideas and proposals that continue to be a priority for North Dundas. Completed projects over the years, like the downtown revitalization projects in both Winchester and Chesterville. Major renovations to the recreation facilities, Chesterville, Winchester, and Morwood. Parkland revitalizations throughout the township, and ongoing road and sidewalk improvements. And other key projects have helped develop the vibrant and positive attitude found here in North Dundas. The township has seen continued growth in population, dwellings, and businesses. That, along with the ongoing community improvement plan, which is now in its 5th year, forecasts a prosperous and enjoyable lifestyle for all residents for future years. In my 11 years on council, I have understood the importance of working together with fellow council members, municipal staff, and volunteer organizations. Whether this collaboration encompasses large municipal projects or small volunteer initiatives. Each undertaking is equally important, and I have learned that working together in an atmosphere of cooperation and consideration for one another is the key element needed for successful development. It also came to my attention very on in my political career that it's important to be approachable and to genuinely listen to the ideas and concerns of residents. A township as vibrant as North Dundas cannot be a reality unless people work together and respect one another. For all have valuable and insightful feelings about the community that they live in. The responsibility of a counselor is exactly that. It's a responsibility. I have been very fortunate to be entrusted by the people of North Dundas to deal with key issues in a fiscally responsible manner to ensure that quality of life improves while maintaining an acceptable budget. I have always looked upon the responsibility bestowed upon me not only as an honor and a privilege, but also the fundamental reason for me being representing your voices on council. I want to continue to bring you the dedication and commitment I brought forth when I first swore an oath to the people of North Dundas 11 years ago. As mentioned, I was born in North Dundas. My family has strong ties in the area, and I will always be a resident of North Dundas. My appreciation for the past is only surpassed by my excitement for the future of our township. In particular, I'm excited about the ongoing growth we've experienced both culturally and within the business community. Culturally, North Dundas continues to expand its many festivals, exhibitions, and family events. The talent and exuberance displayed by our residents is phenomenal, as evidenced in events that we've held, Meet on Main Street, the Art on the Waterfront, Dairy Fest, local farmers markets, the agricultural fairs, and the open mic gatherings that we have throughout the township. Equally important is the growth of our business community. In 2017, we saw the introduction of 11 new businesses to North Dundas. And we're working closely with local businesses and North Dundas Chamber of Commerce to ensure that the growth will continue to grow not only in 2018, but many years ahead. Attracting new businesses to North Dundas is important, not only for the services they provide, but it also enhances the economy, creating local jobs, inviting new people to move in and work and to live in our communities. Our population is as diverse as it is unique. My commitment to continue to focus on this diversity and to work to providing our residents with the quality of life that they have come to enjoy. New ideas such as creation of facilities and programs that focus on wellness are in the early stages of consideration and are a key component of the needs and desires of our residents. Our seniors are the backbone of our community, and we have a committed responsibility to ensure that their quality of life remains strong through developing key concepts such as accessibility issues, programming, services, and general well-being. Our Recreation and Culture Department continues to work in providing stimulating and enjoyable learning opportunities for our youth in our numerous facilities and programs that they offer. Our seniors remind us of our past. It is the youth that we have to look to for our future. My experience in working on council since 2006 has taught me many valuable lessons. I have come to understand what it means to work with such a fabulous group around the council table. I assure you that working formula will continue to provide effective decision-making in meetings and the demands of North Dundas. With a combination of the returning council members and newly elected members coming to the table, you can rest assured that if re-elected, I will use my past experiences to help the new council to continue the great work. In closing, I would like to thank all of you that have shown me your trust and confidence by letting me represent you on the Council of North Dundas. I look forward to that continued support, and if re-elected, I will continue to work hard and do my utmost to represent you, the constituents of this great township that we call home. Thank you. you.